All right, coming through with a reading for my Aquarius. Thank you for my people who are continued subscribers, consistent even through my inconsistency. Um, I am bringing forth this message for the Aquarius. For anyone who could be cross watching, whatever the case may be, has Aquarius anywhere in their chart, this is for you. If this video resonates with you, please hit the like button, share it with someone who may benefit from hearing the message, comment in the comment section below. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Spirit will have something for you later. But if it does, please do one of those three things. It helps the channel. Also, if you want to become a part of the Spiritual Connect family, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get those notifications. And in the description box is listed how you yourself can get a personal reading or how you can tip or donate to the channel if you feel compelled to do so. And so without further ado, I'm going to move forward. So I go about this however I see fit at the moment in time. And so I pulled a card from the Starseed Oracle to kind of set the tone for the reading. And so what we got was I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. And I'm going to read to you what it says. It said, there was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses. It takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all a part of the larger plan. What are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Okay, so we're going to ask Spirit to elaborate on that there. I'm going to ask Spirit to elaborate. Spirit, what do you have for Aquarius in regards to I remember the fated life versus the destiny life? What do you have, Spirit? Uh-oh. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Ace of Swords in the upright. We have the Star card in the upright. We have the Hermit in the reverse. Okay. Be careful not to become too greedy. I think that what are we being called to do? There are things that you may want to achieve in this lifetime. There are things that you may want to have in this lifetime that you may not have been born into. You may not have already had set forth before you. You may be the one who's breaking generational curses, or you may be the one, you may be feeling called to break those generational curses, or, and so you were born into a certain life, but you want something else. And so with that being said, be mindful of the hope that you have within yourself, but be mindful of not being too greedy, okay? Understand that you can have all those things if you want them. You could want all of those things, right? But do you really need all of that? Like, Like you tell ourselves, if we say to ourselves, these are the necessary things of life. We need boop, 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 boop. We need these things. It's what you tell yourself. Okay. But do you really need all of these things? Maybe only 3 of those things are necessary. And this thing here, we might be being a little greedy. And greed is not, greed is up for debate. You know, someone may be, you may say, I need a car. I have to have a car. And someone say, you can use public transportation. You don't have to have a car. You're just being greedy. You want it all. Like somebody could tell you greed is up for debate about what's actually being considered greedy. But I will say this, too much of anything is not good for you. And sometimes we can tie ourselves down by trying to acquire and have all of these things that we don't actually need to live the life that we want to live. We don't actually need those things to be successful. We don't actually need those things to really have it all. And so be careful of greed, wanting, going to get, and tiring ourselves to a situation, tiring ourselves to a fated life, tiring ourselves into something that we were born into versus the life that we're choosing. If you know what I mean, creating debt for ourselves, creating ties for ourselves that we don't have to have. Okay. With the Ace of Swords here, you may be having some frustrations and about some things, and you may come out the victor in a situation. The Ace of Swords speaks about that. You may come out as a victor in a situation, but it's not one that gives you, you're not fulfilled by this victory. You don't feel you're not like happy, or super excited, or the victory may come at the expense of something. Okay, so you may be frustrated about a situation, about the life that you were born into. You may be frustrated about the people around you and the decisions that they make and your responsibility to them. But Spirit is calling for you, and you may get some victory with some relief from being obligated to them. But it's not one that you feel fulfilled about. And the reason being for that is part of your responsibility in life to some degree, or to some of these people who don't necessarily make the best choices. Some of these people do things to put themselves in situations, and then you are called to come and help them, or you are called to come and relieve them, or you find yourself being responsible for them in some of the decisions that they make, or you're being affected by it. And I'm not saying that you should be tied to them forever, but you're tied to them. And some of your responsibility in life is to be there for them. And so you may find yourself getting some relief from that, but there you feel some emptiness a little bit about that, because that's a part of your identity or your responsibility in life. And so it may not be completely satisfying, and that's something you'll have to figure out. I'll ask Spirit about that in just a moment. But we have the Hermit card in reverse. Spirit is asking for you to come on out of your introvert energy. Do not hide, do not stay to yourself. Come on out. The answers that you seek are outside of yourself. get outside, go and speak with your elders, go and talk with your friends, your family, make new friends and family, get out and associate, because this is a part of you having the life that you're destined for. If you remain within yourself or within the same situational energy and not seek anything outside of you, how can you change the path or change the purpose here? And then we have the Queen of Swords that when I was just shuffling and dealing with the cards, it just kind of came out here, and it's in the reverse. There may be someone around you who is a warm person, maybe not very authoritative, someone who doesn't necessarily put their foot down when they should, someone who you may find yourself wishing that they put their foot down, or was a little bit more assertive. Someone you may be taking advantage of the fact that they are a yes person to you, or they're soft to you, or whatever the case may be here. We pulled out the Four of Swords here in the reverse as well. And so this person may have been sick at some point in time, and now they're feeling better, and things like that. And or you may have had some illness or sickness or something like that, and now you're feeling better. Spirit is calling for you to understand that this person here, just because they're improving or things are improving, Spirit is saying that this now is not the time for you to take advantage of this situation. Now is not the time for you to take advantage of this person. You understand that they're soft towards you, or they're giving towards you, or they're loving and open towards you, because that's what it is. They love you, they care about you, and that's not something to take advantage of. Be mindful of greed here. Do not take advantage of that situation, even though you may have been taking advantage of that situation because you were feeling sick. They may have been sick at some point in time, and you may have been using that to your advantage. I don't know. Whatever it is, this is what Spirit is saying to me. This is what I'm getting here. Was coming to me. Do not take advantage of this situation. Do not be greedy. Okay, with the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords both being here in the reverse, you may be dealing with an earth sign here. So we're talking yourself, Libra, and Gemini. Okay, and so with that being said, or you maybe you're the person who is being soft spoken, and being loving, and you may have not been feeling well, and someone may be wanting to take advantage of you, and things are changing or whatever. But I truly believe that that's not the case. I think that it is you who may be needing to be mindful of the fact of not taking advantage of a situation. We have the Nine of Wands here. You need to step out of a situation so that you can make a decision, so that you can see it clearly, so that you can figure out what you need to be doing here. I think that, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. We have the King of Swords here in the reverse. This is all air energy here. So I think that we're talking about you here. Yeah, I see. That's what I'm saying. With the King of Swords being here, with the Queen of Swords being here, both of these in reverse here. Both of these in reverse here. Both of these, and then we have the Four of Swords here in the reverse. I feel like you need to be mindful of what your energy you're putting out here. You need to be mindful of that the life that you have been born into, and the life that you're trying to create or choosing to have, they do go hand in hand to some degree. And you cannot have, you do not want to go down a road of trying to create a life and then leaving this ugly energy in the life that you were born into. You don't want to step on toes and step on necks because of where we're trying to go. You want to navigate this thing without having to do all of that, without leaving bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cut everybody down and or be a cruel person, or be selfish, or not be thinking of other people. And so we have the Devil card here, and it's so funny that it just lay right on top of the Nine. So the Devil card is in reverse. The Nine of Wands is in the upright position. You're not making decisions. You're having trouble making decisions. You are not choosing what it is that you want to do. You are not choosing your life. You're not making conscious effort to be good to those people who you were, this life that you were born into. Be good to that situation. Be good to that life. It's okay. But with that being said, I'm making conscious decisions to move in the direction that I want to move into, to have the life that I want to have. And I don't have to completely neglect the old life. I don't have to cut that old life down 100%. I don't have to be ugly with those people. I don't have to create bad energy with with those people and have that follow me. Intention, your intention. What are your intentions here? What are you trying to do? You know what I mean? Like, because this signifies you. I don't like to use karma like this. I don't like to say that. But don't create karma for yourself, bad karma for yourself with bad intentions. Just period, point blank, the end. You know what I'm saying? And you need to make a decision about how you're going to move forward in a more positive light, in a more where that energy exchange is one of more positivity, higher vibration. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask Spirit to clarify on this Ace of Swords here. Ooh, wait a minute. Too many cards. But what I will take is the Death card in the reverse. Okay. So when I ask Spirit, clouded thinking, emotional instability, recklessness, don't be impulsive. Okay, don't be impulsive. But when I ask Spirit about like that separation, you might have a victory that doesn't feel fulfilled. Like you don't feel full because of this win, because this person doesn't need you anymore, or you have a break. It doesn't feel as good as you thought it would feel. The physical need takes over, and so what you need, you may have had to back off or cut this person off, or they may have had to have some separation in between you and them because other needs take precedence, and they can't be relying on you like that, or you can't be relying on them like that. And so it's a hollow victory you're having here with a little break of separation in between the two. But I see it coming at a loss of something. It's not like it's because all is well, like you're doing your best or they're doing their best. It's because something's going to happen as a result of this break that you're being given with this responsibility to this person. And so don't focus too much on needing that from them, because things come at a cost. It don't have to be the worst thing, but they come at a cost, you know. Some we can afford, some we can't. And you know what I'm saying? Some we don't want to have to pay, you know. Some we could care less about losing it, you know, whatever loss it may be. Adjustments are required here. That's the advice from Spirit here. Adjustments are required. Let's see what Spirit has to say about that. You know, special moon cards is what this probably is section this is in. Because that part. Full moon eclipse. I don't want to hold you guys up any further, but I feel like this last message is important. And so, there it is. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there's also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with the promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of, so pay attention. I am reevaluating the situation. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing you issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forwards. At the time of the third quarter moon, we know where we have been, but where are we going? The moon is now a half moon and slipping away from us as she catches less and less light, moving towards her full disappearance at new moon. It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust. And that is all, Aquarius. Know that you are loved and you are blessed. Ashe and amen. Until the next time.